Yeah. I would love to jump into our bit where I give you a lyric from a song and you just break it down. I really like this thing that we do here. So I'm gonna give you a lyric from one of the greatest, Tupac. We're gonna be using a lot of his lyrics, man, because he has so many of them. But this one is from a great song, one of the songs that introduced us to Tupac. Brenda's Got a Baby, and it's a simple line, man. Opening line. It goes like this: I see Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. Damn shame, the girl can hardly spell her name. Talk to me about Brenda's baby and what that line specifically brings up in your head.
Brenda got a baby. Brenda's baby. Where the baby daddy at? Brenda
Exactly.
got the baby. Where the baby daddy? Okay. And I'm not saying all daddies are Bill Cosby or Huxtable or whatever, but at least they got some kind of balance. And you, in some cases, man, it can be. It's definitely, as my daddy would say, more than a notion. When you, when somebody, when you incentivized by the government to have babies, in some cases, and that's a source of income for 18 years, whether it be from the daddy or from the government. It's a way of get inexpensive housing that creates a fucking trend that has been in some cases generational. And you live here and you go to school here, and whatever these activities are in these particular housing situations or the school system, that becomes a cycle, and that cycle gets hard to break, man. That cycle gets hard to break, and in most cases, especially as we all know, back in the '60s, only way you got these benefits if there was no man in the house. So yeah, Brenda got a
Yeah.
baby, but what a baby daddy.
Yeah, that's what I thought myself, man. This was one of Pac's first singles, and from what I understand, he got a lot of pushback from the label on releasing that song as one of the first songs to represent him. Obviously, as a label, they wanted more party, crunked up song, but they thought it was too slow and too deep for a first single. Pac fought it, and the song ended up being a classic, a hit to what we know today. But
Mm.
from a record label's perspective, or a person who's been in the industry, how risky is it releasing a song like that as one of the first songs to represent you?
You know what? Anytime you drop a record, it's a risk, Doc. Something like that, especially, um, it can be a big risk because a lot of people don't want to get into message music. That was the thing they had back in the day at Motown. Marvin Gaye was doing his stuff. Barry Gordy was against what's going on, and a lot of the songs that Marvin Gaye wanted to record, because sometimes message music can turn people off. Okay, but if the message is a universal message, and it has a lot of appeal to a lot of people, it makes it that much more appealing because it ain't nice. It's personal, but it ain't personal. You feel what I feel. I tell any artist, as a artist, you find a subject that's near and dear to your heart, and you'll find a fan base that agree with you. It may not be everybody might not deal with it, but you'd be surprised, and that's what made gangster rap so popular. Because people were experiencing the gangster rap era in Tennessee, Milwaukee, all over the country, and they felt that N.W.A. and other groups like that represented what they were going through. They didn't know that they personally wasn't going through it. They were pretty much repeating what they saw outside of the community or in the community. But at that time, it felt like they were being 100. And it's the same thing when you start writing songs like Brenda Got a Baby. It's making Brenda's every day. Brenda's having babies all over the place. Brenda's is having babies on a daily basis and with the same scenario. So yeah, and that's an emotional situation that women can attach. Women can are attracted to, because babies and mamas and babies. That's a bond nobody can break. And to have one, and all of a sudden the guy that ran off, whatever the case may be, it's a typical story. And Brenda, and it's a risk, but you have to understand who you're going after, and that's where most record executives drop the ball at. All they want to do is what's hot now. Most record executives have no inkling what the fuck they talking about, especially the white ones. because they can't even hold the beat. Most of them they can't. You play a demo. You'll play a damn demo. You'll play a demo, and they can't step to the beat. They can't slap their fingers to the beat. Beat won't tap on beat for nothing in the world. They'll try to tell you what's good and what's not good, which is the craziest shit in the world. I've seen it happen too many times. Somebody he gave you a check, but he wants to control your music. He can't control his body to react on beat, and that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
All they go by is what they hear on the radio. Oh man, happened to me. World Class Wrecking Crew, 1987. Hottest record on the radio was Jesse Johnson, Free World. We turned our album in. They loved it, but they wanted us to go back and bring back something that sounded like Free World. We came back with The Fly. With The Fly on, with Free World on. The motherfuckers match beat for beat, sound for sound. They mix perfectly together. Because that's all they want to do is follow whatever the groove is. They want to keep on following it. And that's been the record game for decades. And it's the same thing even with the algorithms right now. The algorithms are tuned into a certain type of music, a certain type of lyric, and if you give them the algorithms that certain type of thing, you'll fall in that same Sexy Red, whatever Megan Thee Stallion groove that's been laid down, or whatever little shithead in the nutsacks. Whatever the groove is, you'll follow right in that, and that's why artists do what they do. They try to jump on. It's like being in the ocean and following a wake. You know, boats when they go through the water, they leave a wake. If you get in that wake, you get less resistance than the boat ahead of you because the boat ahead of you already paved the way.
Damn. Yeah.
Same thing with music.
Yeah.
Huh?
I want to play a little bit of The Fly, man, because now you got me curious. Hold on. This is The Fly, World Class Wrecking Crew. Let's give it a little listen. Dance, was this a song about a dance, The Fly? Is that what I'm assuming?
We made everything up from scratch. There was no dance called The Fly. We made The Fly up. We made The Fly up on the fly. Okay, literally. And if you grab Jesse Johnson Free World, you got a minute. Go grab it right quick. Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up. We get copywritten, so I don't want to play it. But yeah,